We're looking at lottery ticket running backs in the later rounds. Some of these guys are going to gather dust on our benches throughout the fantasy football season to one day get their opportunity to potentially blow up down the line. And we're looking at a lot of these lottery ticket running backs throughout this offseason leading up to your fantasy football draft. Today, we're looking at another one. We are looking at Bhayshul Tuten, rookie running back of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're going to look at the good, the bad, the ugly in today's deep dive. Before we dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're looking at these players every day. We're doing deep dives every day. We're going to go deep on the waiver wire every day, deeper than anybody else. And then on top of that, we're going to look at the matchups, how teams are going to perform to help you set your lineups. Pick out those players that could be gems, late round dandies, guys to pick up for daily fantasy football. It's all right here. Click that button. Stop missing out. You're going to win some money this year. Bhayshul Tuten. This is a big-time prospect. The fantasy football scene went crazy over him after the draft, especially him going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Paired up with head coach Liam Coen now, who's very good at getting work for the running backs. As you saw that last year with Tampa Bay, using multiple running backs. Bhayshul Tuten's in a good situation here, where if he gets an opportunity, he could explode. Remember, he's third in line on the depth chart right now, but he's getting drafted in most leagues because you'll see the upside as we go through the advanced analytics. Was not really recruited out of high school. More teams than one, but still, we started our career at North Carolina A&T. There, after a second year, 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns, before transferring to Virginia Tech, 875 yards, 10 touchdowns our first year. Just instantly, off the rip, being productive. Put the stamp on things last year, 1,100 yards, 15 touchdowns. Yards after contact per attempt, though, 4.47. Final year at NCA&T, 4.35. This guy can make you pay in the open field. That's what that's saying. Long runs, 83, 49, 70, 24 on those seasons. 34 carries of 10-plus yards. 42 his final year at NCA&T. And now in the passing game, a little bit less work than what you would want. 23 catches, 25, 30. But yards after the catch per reception, that first year at Va Tech, 11.3. It reduced a little bit that second year. Remember, that second year, you got a lot of touches, a lot of handoffs. That sometimes cools it off in the passing game because you got to throw the ball. You're going to other outlets there, and you're getting so much work in the run game. 10.0 yards after the catch per reception there in 2022. He can make you miss in space. He is a nightmare in space. We get to the combine, you see why. 4.32 40-yard dash. Elite speed score at 98th percentile. Elite burst score at 97th percentile. This guy's explosive, over 200 pounds. Fell to the early part of the fourth round. Jacksonville had to pull the trigger on him, and he fits his backfield. He fits with Liam Coen. On top of that, 10.2% target share in college, and that's 80th percentile. So even though the numbers aren't video game-like in the receiving game, he was still catching that work, looking solid. College dominator rating, that's the market share of yards and touchdowns, 90th percentile. Very productive running back prospect. The question here is the backfield. Travis Etienne, former first-round running back, was banged up last year. How is he going to look like over a course of a whole season? Same thing with Tank Bigsby. And you're looking at Travis Etienne, looking at 2023. If you get 2023 Travis Etienne, he's going to be the man. He's going to be the man. Liam Coen likes running backs like this who can catch the ball in the backfield, who's explosive, good in space. Travis Etienne fits that and could be getting a lot of work in this offense if he holds up. Tank Bigsby came on strong last year considering his rookie season was not looking hot. He got better, and he was looking very good in training camp this year. He was catching a lot of camp buzz. Late July, he had a good week of practice where it looked like he was going to supplant Travis Etienne and be the main guy. Look for this to be a 1A, 1B situation. With it being a 1A, 1B situation, when you're looking at Bhayshul Tuten, you're looking at a running back that needs one injury to one of these two running backs to get a considerable amount of workload, for him to get opportunities. That being said, if Bigsby goes down, next man up. If Etienne goes down, next man up. Still going to be getting work in. He's got 4.3 speed. He could explode on any given moment. That's what you're looking at here. LaQuint Allen is a very good running back prospect. From Syracuse, he can catch the ball in the backfield. He can do the gritty stuff between the tackles. I would not be surprised somewhere down the line he emerges. Like if there's a batch of injuries or whatever, I would not be surprised if he emerges some way, shape, or form. Pay attention to the name. looking at this backfield, they did not have a 1,000-yard rusher last year. And if this stays that way, then we're going to see Bhayshul Tuten get his opportunity. The cream's going to rise to the top here. They kept adding talent. That's one thing they said. They want to use multiple running backs in their scheme, and they want competition in this backfield. That was my main take after he got drafted. They added some talent. 4th-round pick. Travis Etienne did not look like Travis Etienne last year. Tank Bigsby was okay. He improved, but still not great. He had some good moments. If it looks like last year, Tuten's going to get some opportunity. That's for sure. But again, Travis Etienne was banged up. Different coaching style. Everything's going to be changing here. If Etienne can capture it, he's going to be looking good. But the cream, no matter what, is going to rise to the top because they brought in more talent. They already had some talent. Somebody's going to take over. Somebody's going to take advantage of this opportunity. And you're looking at Tampa Bay. Why we're looking at Tampa Bay? We want to know what Coen's going to do. And he likes to split up the work of these running backs. He likes to get them involved in the passing game. They drafted a running back who got a 10% target share in college with 4.3 speed, who's very explosive in space. That could fit well for this team. He could be hitting somewhere down the line. Week 3, 4, 5, 6, once given an opportunity. Kind of like how Bucky Irving did. That's not a comparison like we're trying to find the next Bucky Irving when we're trying to find the next Bucky Irving. But this is another late-round running back in fantasy football drafts that you need to pay attention to. If anything, you may want a piece of this Jacksonville backfield. Whether it's Tank, Etienne, Tuten. LaQuinn Allen's outside the scope of redraft right now. Deeper leagues, other formats like Dynasty. You already know. You're also looking at the pace of play here for Tampa Bay. Not the fastest team, but they were banged up at wide receiver. Kind of hard to be the fastest team when you got wide receivers in and out last year. So it's kind of hard to get a good grade on that when you look at that contextually. But again, they run the ball a good bit. 37 pass plays to 27 run plays. A 42% rate. 58% pass rate. High ends usually like 62, 63%. That being said, if they were healthy, Godwin not hurt, Evans not banged up, McMillan not banged up for a little bit, maybe they would have ran more plays per game, ran at a faster rate. Also in a neutral game script here, 56% pass rate versus 44% run rate. That gives you the true feel of what this team wants to do. Cohen's probably going to lean towards this. They're probably going to use these running backs a good bit. They're probably going to get opportunities. The 1B back in this system is probably going to get more touches compared to the 1B back in other systems. Tuten could emerge in this. He could be very successful in this backfield if the stars align. He's cheap but expensive because he is a lottery ticket dart throw. He's an expensiver, but not super expensive, if you know what I mean. Lottery ticket dart throw. He's a rookie RB3 on the depth chart, dude. So when you're looking at home league drafts, he's going to go cheaper than this. He'll probably go cheaper than Trey Benson, Ray Davis, Judkins, Sampson, who are drafted around below him, because home league drafters are a little bit scared of rookies. They look at the depth chart like, I don't know who that guy is. They don't think about how a season could unfold. They don't draft with lottery tickets in mind. You should have one lottery ticket. Just one, 16 rounds. You can do that. You can afford that. To be aggressive, two is fine, especially this year. This year is a very deep rookie running back class. If you take anything from me, make sure you're looking at these rookie running backs, some of these year 2 running backs like Ray Davis, Trey Benson, Corum, throughout the year, because we got a lot of talent waiting in the wings, waiting for some of these starting running backs to go down or to just plain out suck and for them to get their opportunity. The football season is going to be long. Guys are going to get banged up. Things are going to change. What we're seeing now is not going to be the same. Most of these players right here on this board, a lot of them are going to fizzle out. Shoot for upside when you're in this range. Bhayshul Tuten's got a lot of upside for you. Could be a league winner. Maybe not, maybe so. But it's in there when you look at the potential there. He's a little bit more expensive, but he's going to be cheaper in most home league drafts. And with him being more expensive here in best ball, that's a correlation to saying, hey, guys are putting money on him on the daily. More expensive leagues. Every single day, money's laid down with this ADP. Home league draft, if you're catching him cheaper, pull the trigger, use it as a stash play if you want. The thing about this is that you got a bunch of stash plays, so you really just got to pick one and just roll with it and watch the snaps and touches of the running backs on the waiver wire this year. The routes ran are pretty big as well. They do not harp on that when they look at analytics when it comes to picking up players. But watch the routes ran, too, on these running backs, as they may not be getting targeted. But if that starts to increase, you can't get a target without a route ran. Eventually, something's going to happen. He's an upside rookie. He's a lottery ticket rookie. We want lottery ticket rookies. Pick the one you want. 4.3 speed, an offense that uses multiple running backs, especially in the passing game, which is projected from what we saw in Tampa Bay last year. 4th-round pick. Coen had a 4th-round pick hit last year. A lot of stars could align here. Etienne and Tank could be in the way. And they could be in the way. If Etienne plays well, he plays well. He's cheap. Tank's cheap. Basil's cheap. They're all cheap. They're all cheap. This backfield's not expensive if you want one. You may go with the cheaper one. You may go with the more expensive one with Etienne. Tank's in the middle. You go with the one you want, the one you're projecting with. Tuten's got a lot of upside. One of these 2 running backs go down, he's coming up. He's coming up. That's for sure. Now, both those 2 running backs don't get hurt. We might be waiting until next year. That's the risk. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.